There was a time when flying meant more than just getting from point A to point B. There was style, glamour, elegance. And one airline defined it all: American World Airways. Pan didn't just fly planes. It flew the world into the future. And yet, in 1991, the airline collapsed. Debt-ridden, broken, and grounded for good. This is the story of Pan Am, how it revolutionized air travel, and how it vanished into the clouds. Pan Am was born in 1927. Its first route was a tiny mail flight from Key West, Florida, to Havana, Cuba. But from the very beginning, Pan Am thought big. Its founder, Juan Trippe, dreamed of a global airline, a company that could connect continents and cultures. And within a few years, Pan Am was flying internationally, pioneering routes across Latin America, the Atlantic, and the Pacific. In the 1930s, Pan Am introduced the famous Clipper flying boats, large, luxurious aircraft that could land on water and fly long distances when airports were rare. These aircraft weren't just transport, they were events. Fine dining, white glove service, luxury in the sky. Pan Am was America's unofficial international carrier, its name and logo a symbol of global presence and prestige. In the decades that followed, Pan Am became a powerhouse. It was the first airline to fly across the Atlantic. The first to operate commercial jets. The first to adopt the Boeing 747, for ever-changing long-distance travel. Flying with Pan Am wasn't cheap. It was an experience, an aspiration. From Hollywood stars to diplomats, Pan Am became the airline of choice. Its flight attendants were style icons. Its terminals, especially the Pan Am World Port at JFK, were architectural landmarks. By the 1960s and 70s, Pan Am was at its peak. It operated routes to every continent except Antarctica. It trained other airlines. It wrote the playbook for modern aviation. But behind the glamour, turbulence was building. Pan Am's downfall didn't happen overnight. It came from a slow unraveling of costs, competition, and a changing world. One major issue was its structure. Pan Am had no domestic routes, relying entirely on international flights. That meant it couldn't feed traffic to its long-haul flights the way domestic airlines could. It was flying with one wing tied. Then came deregulation. In 1978, the US government deregulated the airline industry, opening the skies to new competitors and fare wars. Pan Am, once a monopoly on international travel, now had to fight for every ticket. Its costs were high. Its union battles were bitter. Its service started slipping. And newer, more efficient carriers began stealing passengers. Pan Am tried to adapt. It purchased National Airlines in 1980 to enter the domestic market, but at a high cost. It sold assets, including its prized Pacific routes. And eventually, it sold its Pan Am building in New York, once the largest commercial office tower in the world. Then came the final blow. In 1988, Pan Am Flight 103 exploded over Lockerbie, Scotland, killed by a terrorist bomb. All 259 people aboard and 11 on the ground were lost. The tragedy devastated the airline's reputation, and accelerated its decline. By 1991, after years of financial losses, layoffs, and route cuts, Pan Am declared bankruptcy. The airline that once brought the world together had come to an end. Pan Am's rise was historic. It reshaped travel. It introduced the world to jet-age luxury. And it carried the dreams of a more connected planet. Its fall was a lesson in what happens when legacy becomes liability. When innovation slows, and the world moves faster than you can. Pan Am disappeared. But its influence, you can still see it in every flight you take. From international hubs to frequent flyer programs. From the Boeing 747 to the airline branding playbook. It all started with Pan Am. Empires rise. Empires fall. Even the ones that fly. Follow the Rise and Fall Chronicles for more stories of power, collapse, and the legacy left behind.